So yeah, this is what I look like. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the official Graal era podcast. It's been so long, but
Finally.
we're back. It's Poopypanda Graal here, and I am joined by.
Pinky Graal.
There you go. I was waiting for you to say your
I
name.
was kind of confused for a second.
Alrighty, so today we are going to be talking about crypt and many other things. So you have to stay for the whole entire podcast,
The whole thing.
or else.
Is that a threat?
I don't know. It depends how you look at it. All right, so the final scores for competitive crypt end today, unless something drastic happens. We're pretty sure we have the final scores, and I'll put them up on the screen. For the OG crypt, number 1 is Need for Speed. They get the first place score,
Sheesh.
which is kind of ironic because scoring in crypt this year is all about speeds.
Name checks out.
Name checks out. Shout out to Need for Speed. They did it in 2 hours and 7 minutes. Second place, we have Redeem, who did it in 2 hours and 22 minutes. Third place, we got Goon Squad, who did it in 2 hours and 25 minutes. So second and third place was just right there. Shout out to Commander, who's a part of that Goon Squad team. So congratulations to all the OG winners. Next, we have RPG Crypt. Third place is, I don't even know. It's Ty, T-Y, thank you. I don't know how they pronounce that, but I'll just say Ty. It's Ty, and they finished it, RPG Crypt, in 1 hour and 38 minutes. Second place, we have Impera. I think that's how you say it. They finished in 1 hour and 32 minutes. And our first place winner for the RPG Crypt is Conjure, who finished in 1 hour and a half. So first, second, and third all finished within 8 minutes of each other.
Graal 2, we would have been up there. We wanted to give them a chance.
Yeah.
You know, just give them the spotlight for this year.
So yeah, if you guys didn't know, we did a live stream on my channel the other week doing crypt, and we just recruited random people. We had no strategies or anything like that. We got to like round 150 or something. We got kind of far up there, but we only had a total of 3 healers, including myself. One healer only had like 2,000 healing total. They ran out, and then they were kind of just pointless. The other healer died late, so I was using a lot of my heals. Yeah, we just kept dying. We had no strategy. We were just doing it for the content. We didn't make it as far as we wanted to. We were originally gonna form a team to try and place, but things fell apart. So we were all hyped to do it, and then we just stopped talking about it. So
I really liked the RPG Crypt. That was fun.
RPG Crypt was just like, it was more spacious and
Yeah.
it looked better. I think Crypt was the main good thing about Growloween.
Yeah. Speaking of Growloween, where was the quest?
I get emotional thinking about it.
I'm actually crying, tearing up.
Yeah, I made a video about it. If you want to go watch that video, you can go watch that video. Basically, there's no explanation for why there wasn't a quest. Nobody knows. Everyone has their own theories. We have ours. It's just sad, man.
Trying to revive Graal, but they can't put in the work to make a simple quest.
See, I really want to know why, because we could sit here and call them lazy all we want, but like, if there's an actual reason, I want to know why. But
I mean, maybe they're short-handed. I don't know.
But that's the thing. If they're short-handed, hire new people. I don't know. But there was no quest. There was no happiness. And that's about it. Trick-or-treating, it's like the same every year. Which isn't bad, because trick-or-treating is just so like classic.
Fun,
and yeah.
They just had to copy and paste from last year. It's
I-
not.
Yeah, and then add, I think there was only just a few hats. I don't know how many hats there were. But trick-or-treating, you can't go wrong with it. It's always fun. The holiday shop, I don't know. I said this earlier, but in my other video, but I thought the player made hats were 10 times better than the ones that Graal came out with. Like, it's not even close. It was, yeah, I don't know, man. I liked the items they came out with, like the guns and stuff like that. The melees were alright, but the guns were super sick. I like that healing cape they had, the demonic wings for damage boosts, and like,
Yeah, those are sick for sure.
I think that's a different kind of, like, adding a different level of stuff to it, because before it was just guns and melees, so now they have healing items and like all that stuff. I think that's cool.
Like, I don't know, you can add stuff for players to buy, but I think it's a lot cooler for players to earn something through a quest that it just gets them to play the game more. And I don't know, I used to look forward to the quest a ton.
I
And
think
the items
everybody
that you
does.
get.
If it was like the greatest item shop and like greatest event ever without a quest, fine, but it just wasn't.
Disappointed.
It needed a quest. And I like the idea of, like, I was so planning on like live streaming the quest. I don't even care if it took like 12 hours. I would have live streamed for 12 hours.
That, or like if they really were shorthanded, didn't have time, they could have done it a simple quest. Something that it takes like an hour or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
They could have done better for sure.
I don't know the process behind making quests, but I mean, once you think about it, most of the stuff this year was just, like you said, a copy and paste.
Yeah.
Trick or treating, crypt, holiday shop, that's every single year. They just added new items. I don't know.
Little sauce.
What do you think Graal can do to kind of rebound from this? Because they were going in such an uphill slope after like announcing that they're trying to partnership with like Steam, and like the player world updates, all this stuff. And then like I thought Graal was like taking big steps, and then the quest kind of just drops that momentum, in my opinion.
Well,
Because then
like
it just results back to their old ways, just like not wanting to do anything.
yeah, like you said with the shop, the Halloween shop, the player made hats were the coolest things. And so I think Graal needs to turn to their players for a lot of this stuff. They need to hire more PRs. There's like players who are passionate about this game, because there's a lot of people that would make good admins. But then what they did to damage that was you can't PM admins anymore. So what's the point of a player relations admin? You have to go into your menu and submit a request to even get a response. Like, and part of this game that I used to like is having that like transparency with the admins. You could talk to them and they could talk to you, and kind of there wasn't a barrier. There wasn't a huge barrier, but now there is. And so
They weren't treated like gods, but now they are.
when I was an admin, I loved like interacting with players, PMing them, giving them dolls and stuff. And now I'm sure a ton of people don't want to be an admin now, because you just get on and work. That's it. There's no player interaction. So I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's a bad move in my opinion.
I totally agree. Totally agree. This isn't like, we're not trying to hate on Graal in any way, but like,
Trying to improve it.
yeah, we're trying to like, because we've been players for so long, we saw what it was like when it was like at its like highest point, and like everyone loved how the game was. We saw it when it was like that, and then just to see like the effort level now is kind of disheartening. Feels like the players want Graal to be alive more than the staff.
Like, I've probably told this story before, but when I was PR, I teamed up with another PR and we did events that no other admins were doing, like a comedy club event. And like we just gave away dolls and we were interacting with the community all the time. And now it feels like the admins just don't want that. And so it just leaves the players with nothing to, nothing to do. Especially with no quests, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think they need to remove some of the stuff they've done, like the request feature. Maybe keep the request feature for like important questions that need to go up to like higher ups, like senior player relations. But you should still be able to PM admins and stuff like that. And I just think they need to their hiring process needs to be better. They need more admins working on these events. Because you have more events, you have more people coming back to the game.
Especially after a no quest and a ton of hate, because I went into the holiday shop the first day it was released. I went in there, I was checking things out, And the amount of people saying worst shop, no quest, like stuff like that, like it just shows it's not just what we're thinking. Everybody's thinking this. And
Yeah.
I think these next two or three holidays and events, they really got to show up. Like Thanksgiving, I mean, there's not much to it. Maybe cool like items. Maybe do.
There usually is a turkey event.
Yeah.
But that's another problem I have is like it's the same events every year. You gotta make it different. And
Or at least like keep the turkey event, but then also add something else, and then switch up every year. So you have the same originality, but you're also adding something in new.
And I don't know, items are cool, but if players just start getting used to, oh, it's a new holiday, that just means there's a new shop, and that's it. Like eventually, people are just not gonna want to buy this stuff because I don't know, it just gets old. You want stuff to do, events, quests, stuff like that.
They have so much to do in Graal, like earning money, basing, sparring, like all that stuff. There's so much to do, but like people always want new stuff.
And even like the last quest, or one quest, it was like once you completed it, you got into a special shop. Even that, like, even an exclusive shop, people would buy that stuff.
Yeah, I think Thanksgiving they should add some new stuff. Christmas, they got to go all out. Yeah. Christmas and Growloween are the two biggest holidays. Maybe you have a Christmas quest. That'd be sick.
Yeah, and like certain things like the crypt and like presents, those should stay because they're traditions.
Yeah.
In Graal, but they need to add stuff every year. They need to do new stuff. On Christmas, they had a hat competition for players.
Yeah,
so that was cool.
That 100% needs to stay, and I'm pretty sure they are gonna do that.
Yeah.
Because I checked when they did the hat competition, or the hat competition for Growloween, they said they're gonna incorporate more player-made stuff.
Yeah, and I even participated in that one year and made a bunch of hats, and one of them got into the game, which is super cool. It makes you, it feels really cool to have your own work in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
And more people grind. It's once again, it gives something for people to grind for. That's what's fun about it. It's something new, something original. It's not the same thing every single year. But yeah, I think Christmas they got to go all out. For sure. Add different events, maybe a quest, a bunch of different things. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for Christmas. I know we still have about a month and a half. Thanksgiving's next week, or I guess you could say next week, a week and a half. So we'll see what Graal does. I'm hoping they do release some events. It's not the day of or the day after. It's like a few days before.
Yeah.
So that you can kind of get a hype up and then release the shops on Thanksgiving. That'd be sweet. But we'll see. I think these little events, they host every single year, if they want to keep gaining more player basing, gaining positive feedback and stuff like that, they gotta go off
and involve the players. Involve them. That's how a game thrives, for sure.
Feedback is everything. Like they have the feedback option in Graal, but like when have they ever used that?
When I was PR, I didn't even. There wasn't a feedback section. I couldn't check it. Like I don't need. It's just the upper admins that can check it, and I don't think they do, honestly. But who knows?
Because you made a video on the potential Steam update and like Play World stuff. When do you think they do that?
I don't know. They're just. It seems like they're not willing to get other people to help. Hire people, do advertising. So I think it's gonna be a long road. But who knows? Maybe they'll start improving that stuff. Because I think they need to go full send on this right now.
It's revival time.
It's the best chance for this game to survive.
I'm so excited. If it gets put on Steam, I'm pretty freaking excited for that.
Well, and Player World is cool, and I'd like if we made our own world, that'd be sick. But nobody plays them right now because there's just not that many players. Like you go on into the custom servers, like old era or PC era, and Deltaria, there's like 20 people on, and it's like at that point, what's the point really? There's no multiplayer aspect to it because there's not that many players. So
How do you think they can increase player base on that?
I just advertising for sure. What I've heard is that they can't advertise, or they don't want to because they're afraid of being sued by like I think Nintendo, because this game is like really similar to Zelda, the old Zelda games. I don't know if that was Nintendo that made that. I think it is. I've never played Zelda, but like there's just a lot of copyright issues that they're worried about. Obviously, this is what I've heard, not confirmed, but so that might be why they can't advertise, but I don't know. I think they should, for sure.
Player worlds would be sick, and eventually making a player world, that'd be even cooler. I mean, there'd be a lot to it, but like,
Yeah.
if there was like, let's say there's like 10,000 people on the player world servers, and like, then you could literally just go through a list of player worlds
Yeah, that'd be sick.
and try to discover different. It's like your own. It's like their own like free games list where you can just go
Yeah.
through and just play random games. All of them
Yeah,
have a
that'd
different
be-
kind of
That'd be sick.
goal to them and all this stuff. That'd be awesome.
For
That'd
sure.
be cool. I don't know how long
And-
this will take, but I think it'd be cool.
Eventually, you could have players making money from their own worlds, and that would give them incentive to make worlds and make them better.
Mm-hmm.
And it would just keep getting better. So
A lot to look forward to. Hopefully, I'm hoping for this next year, 2022. A lot to look forward to, so it should be fun.
for sure.
But anyways, so we're just gonna keep that podcast short and simple. Just talk about what we were thinking about today. We are just gonna finish off with answering some of the questions you guys sent us in the last month. Not necessarily on the podcast videos, but just videos in general. First comment, it is directed towards, I guess you could say both of us. Why did you never continue the trading series?
Trading is hard right now with how many people play this game. Back in the day when I used to trade a ton, like with 4,000 people on, there were like 200 people at the trade tables. And like you could always find something to buy. But now when I go to trade tables, I see the same items, the same people. And so if I see anyone with an item, I've most likely already given them an offer and I'm just not willing to pay more. And it's just the same people trade. And it's just hard. It's hard to find items to buy and especially to make profit. But I'm still going to continue it. It's just going to be slower, a lot slower.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I hear a lot of people saying stuff like, yo, I bought this for like 2K, I sold it for like 7. You're like, I just don't see that happening.
Doesn't happen. Yeah.
What the main reason for me not continuing as much as I used to, because I used to upload it like once a week. It kind of goes along with what you said. It's getting harder, so it takes more time. And also, it's like, trade community is very toxic right now.
Very.
So
toxic.
like, let's say I have an item worth 25K. Someone's going to offer me like 15. And then I say that's too low, and they're like, well, good luck with life, all that kind of stuff. Like, you're never getting anything better than this. It's like stuff like that. It makes it hard to trade. Very just like annoying. And then you offer like a good offer to someone, and then they say like LOL.
Like they want double what it's worth or something.
Yeah, they're like, add an extra melee worth like 6K and I'll do it. And I'm like, why would I?
This is rising, so no. This is rising so much. This is what they say.
It's like, I honestly don't know how people trade anymore. I think, I don't even know if trades happen. I think people just like put stuff on table and never trade things.
That's how it is. I just AFK. I could AFK for a whole day and not sell or buy one item. That's how it is right now.
Yeah.
I could just advertise and not buy a single item. It's just hard.
That stuff's really annoying to me. And also, the issue I'm having with trading is, so obviously I'm not a trader. Like I've never traded up until this series before. So like, that's not what my channel's focused on. I know my channel, like, people love to see it, and I'm gonna continue it. In fact, I have an episode coming on Tuesday. But like, there's so many other things because I like to like make videos on guides and like what's going on in Graal, reviews, like all that kind of fun stuff. And so like so many things come up. So I could obviously upload every single day. Like I really could. But I want the quality of the videos to be pretty decent. And if it's every single day, yeah. So yeah, basically. So yeah, it's just like I'm trying to balance the two things, like making trading stuff and then making the stuff I really focus on. I'm just trying to balance, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But I do have an episode on Tuesday coming out. The next question is this game still toxic?
It depends on what you do in the game, I would say.
Sparring and trading.
Sparring, trading, basing, yes. For
I
sure.
wouldn't even say basing is not as bad. Sparring and trading is just pure toxicity.
Yeah.
Everything else is all right. It's just like there's gonna be toxicity in every single game, so it's everything else is pretty normal. But those two things are pretty bad.
If you're in the GraalTube community, it's not toxic. It's really not. It's pretty wholesome. Overall, I don't think Graal is that toxic.
Nah. All right, and so this next question we are gonna answer. It is from Stealth Sniper. And what do you look like? Well, I will. I'll put up a picture of me on the screen right now. So, yeah, this is what I look like.
I'm sending this in podcast. This is what I look like. Okay.
Okay. Why is that accurate?
I wish, dude.
Yep, that's what Pinky looks like, everybody.
Imagine.
All right, well, we are going to leave it off there. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this podcast. If you want to see more videos and podcasts, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on all of our videos. And that'll be all. So we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.